And Dr. Federico Cerrone joins me from Atlantic Health Systems. You really specialize in helping people get good sleep. Explain a little bit more about your work and how we can get it when it's so important to all of us.
Well, I would argue that sleep is probably the most important thing you do. So a lot of people with our society now, especially in this area, they're going, and they find no time to sleep, or they try to cut back on sleep. But people worry about their diet, they worry about exercise. But I would argue that sleep is just as vital, if not more important, for your general health. We know that you need sleep to consolidate memory, to feel rested in the morning, you make better decisions when you sleep, your mood is better when you sleep.
So if we're going to spend a third of our lives, hopefully, sleeping, how do we start to ensure that we have the habits right, that we're going into it, and quite frankly, not to obsess about how do we get good sleep?
Well, you don't want to become obsessed by it, right? But, they say that the average adult needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and everybody has a sweet spot. The real key is you can't sleep too little. We know that less than 6 hours of sleep affects your health. It can lead to obesity, high blood pressure, other medical issues. But everybody has that spot where they feel rested and they perform well. But what we try to do is get people in a routine. Just like you teach children, okay, it's bedtime, it's time to get up. That's what we try to do with the adults. We try to tell them, try to keep the same routine every night if possible. I think ideally, I'd like to see people shut it down at least a half hour before bedtime, do something relaxing, read, but really just be comfortable. Make sure your bedroom's a nice place.
We have become a wired world. And most of us might take our phones in with us and set them right by the nightstand, or some people even sleep with their phones underneath their pillow.
Well, it's the way we live now, right? So the first thing we try to do is tell everybody electronics gotta go. Whether it's your phone, the laptop, your iPad, whatever it is, it has to go. Because one, that stimulation, just looking at that backlight, it decreases what we call melatonin, and that's what promotes sleep at night. So actually looking at light stimulates alertness, stimulates wakefulness.
And what's the science say about the use of noise machines?
So noise machines, it depends on the individual. A lot of people use the sound machines for relaxing, and it does help them. But again, you have to find it for the individual. It's not like a general rule.
When is it time to go beyond managing your environment, managing your routine, and getting help from a professional?
Well, basically, it becomes, as you mentioned earlier, obsessive. If you start thinking about sleep and you're getting into bed and you can't fall asleep, or you're waking up a lot and you can't get back to sleep, it's just interrupting your routine, then you start thinking about it during the day, it's time to get help.
If you've tried all these solutions and you're still not getting good sleep, you might want to see a physician. You could have an underlying health problem like insomnia or sleep apnea and require professional treatment. Until then, sweet dreams.